on the West Coast. And we are here to design and create. I come here a couple times a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we are live and we have fun and we create and we share stories and we share ideas and we have a really good time. So thank you for joining me. I am here streaming live on the artbeads.com website. You might also be watching me on YouTube or Facebook. Welcome wherever you are coming from. Thank you for being here. A quick note, if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, please feel free to comment. Just know that I can't see your comments live. So if you have a question or want to share an idea, pop on over to Artbeads. There's a link in your video, and then you can be here and we can see your comments. And like I can see Teresa and Francie and Ruth Alice, hello, and Monique and Moni, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are coming from. I see I know Ruth Alice is in Virginia Beach. That's lovely. So it's good afternoon to you. I know Teresa's here in LA with me. So it is still morning. And I know we're in for a storm this weekend, apparently. So we are about to get a change in weather here. Hello, Tanya and Lou and Connie and Jean. Hello, you guys. Mississippi and Minnesota. I always love seeing where everybody's coming from because I get to live vicariously, especially through the weather. Like last time we were talking about snow, and I'm so jealous of the snow. Hello, Hannah from Iceland. Hello, and BJ. Good morning. So we are going to be working with the Autumnal Glamour Czech glass bead mix that Megan put together for us. I know, Teresa, I'm looking forward to the rain too. It's few and far between here that we get weather, like actual rain or some type of unusual weather. And so I think we all really look forward to it when it's about to happen. So I think we've got 4 days of rain coming our way soon. Hello, Andy from Chicago. Hello. And you're saying don't be jealous of the snow. I know. I think the snow is beautiful for like the first 12 hours because I have lived in a snowy climate before. And then it's like, you got to drive in it and your shoes are, your feet are cold and damp. So I know it looks better on the surface from afar than living in it all winter for sure. Hello, Michelle. It is good to see you too. I know a bunch of names popped up and went by before I could say hello. And Laura, hello. Oh, happy birthday, Laura. Nice. Hello, Ilka. And Thaisa and Michelle are on the background, so they're helping us here as well. So if you have any questions, they're really great at answering as well. I see Denise is here, and Jane, and Ruth Alice. Oh, we have a really good crew today. Okay, I really love this project. So it's a little different for me. So if you've seen my shows before, I tend to do a little bit more of like the wire wrappy, delicate, the English cut, the vintage. That's my style. I do like, I love the little multiple wire wrapped links together, and I love the really the delicate look tends to be what I have, like really long and dangly but delicate. So this one's a little bit different. It's a little bit larger in scale, and it has the coolest clasp. So this is my new favorite clasp when you want to make a statement with your clasp. So I love the little magnetic clasps. And they're my go-to, like those little ones that are just discreet and disappear into your design. But if you want to see the clasp and have that be part of your design, I love this one. It's the first time I've worked with it. I'll show it to you in person. Well, obviously in person here, but it's really, really a cool clasp. So I like it a lot. It comes in silver and gold as well. And I just saw Ruth Alice's comment. Oh, good. I'm glad that we got you over your wire wrapping anxieties. That's good. I know wire wrapping is really intimidating to begin with because you think, how am I going to do that? How is it going to look neat and tidy? But once you get the hang of it and you just practice, you just get some craft wire and work with it, you can really get through that and get over that hump. And then just the whole world opens up once you feel confident in your wire wrapping. Hello, Santa Barbara girl in foggy Oregon. Hello. Oh, fog is cool. Fog's kind of like mystical and spooky. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna flip my camera down here in just a moment so we can begin to design. We're gonna make a bracelet and an earring set today using that beautiful Czech glass mix by Megan that she put together, the Autumnal Glamour. So it's mainly browns and golds. And then in the last live, we were talking about what should we pair with it, and we thought we should pair blue with it. So I ended up having kind of a green blue seed bead and Czech fire polish I could pair with it. And then I have a darker blue, like a more vibrant blue seed bead tube that I wanted to show you guys as well if you wanted to go more on the true blue side instead of the blue-green, and I put a matching Czech glass bead in the shopping bag as well. Oh, thank you, Connie. Oh, you got the beads to make one. Good. Yeah, this was really fun. This we did in a previous show. It was the, it was like a warm copper, pretty, like these are Raven's Journey beads, and they're like a nice mustardy yellow with copper. And then the earrings were really fun with this. I think it's a tiara cast. I think it's a tiara cast finding. So those were really fun and easy. And it was just wire wrapping. So it wasn't that hard. And this is slip over the neck, which is perfect for sweater weather, because, you know, it's just easy to wear. Hello, Gussie and Kat. Oh, Ruth Alice, wonderful. You know what, Ruth Alice, I think I saw your post and it turned out beautiful. That was really nice. All right, a couple quick notes before we begin. The video will be saved and archived, so as soon as we say goodbye, you can watch the replay. There's that heart icon if you like what you see, the share, which is the arrow, and the shopping bag has everything preloaded. It's like a curated collection of everything we're gonna use today. And I have some specials to tell you about as well. We're having our pre-Black Friday sale, so findings are up to half off. And we have a free gift with purchase of a beautiful Czech glass bead strand with a purchase over $50. So I'm gonna show you what those look like too. All right, it'll be fun. Okay, oh, hello, Denise. Okay, I'm gonna flip my camera down. And it is still kind of sunny out there for right now. Lots of kids' toys out and socks out in the lawn. All right, so this is what we're gonna make today. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna make, and then I'm gonna try to position this a little bit better. Okay, this is the clasp that I am in love with, and I think it's a little confusing on the website as to how it actually works, but it's so super cool. Comes in silver and gold. It comes with this like oval lobster, and it comes with the 2 jump rings. And so this is what I didn't quite understand when I was looking at the website. You're attaching your beading wire, your stringing wire, to a jump ring on each side here, and then you have a choice of which one you want to use to open it up. So it's really cool. It's really neat. It's very secure, and it's also really a nice kind of almost like mid-century modern feel to it. It's almost got a little bit of a mod feel to it. And I thought it lent itself really well to the bead mix that Megan put together. I love this clasp because also when you have a bracelet, I feel like we're always a little bit more concerned about the clasp holding. And this one is completely secure. So I am really loving this. I'm going to order some more just because I think it's a really good, solid clasp. And I'd never worked with it before. So I'm really happy I got to pull it out. So we're gonna make this bracelet here. The beads that are part of the mix, I'm gonna show you the beads that are part of the mix because we're also gonna make a pair of earrings. Let me show you the earrings real quick as well. So we're gonna make a matching pair of earrings, and you can make these shorter if you want. These are a little bit on the long side because I love long dangly, but you can also make it shorter. Oh, I forgot a bead here too. I forgot a bead. But you can definitely make them shorter. They're using the beads as well. So I want to show you what's part of this bead mix, and then I'll show you what I added. So these are kind of the focal of this bead mix that Megan put together, and they are gorgeous. They are beautiful, rich brown. They got that table cut, so they're really nice and shiny. Of course, they're glass, and they're Czech glass. We also have these, what look almost like a wood bead, but they are glass as well. They're like a speckled Czech glass. So you see and you get a whole strand of them. I've already used some in the earrings and the bracelet as well. And then you get these really cool rondelles, which are like a sharp, I always want to call these like a sharp cut. I'm sure there's a name for them, but they're not really rounded on the edges, and I like that. So you get those, and you get more. It's just some of them have been used. Then you get these, and I didn't really use these until the earrings, but it's a whole strand of these really pretty Czech glass flowers. And then you also get these guys too, which are these really cool, kind of like a little daisy Czech glass. So, and you get more than what you're seeing in my hand here. Faceted edges. Yes, that's a good way of saying it. They're really, really cool, and they're super sparkly. And then you do get a whole bunch. So there's a lot more beads here than I have able to hold. So really cool mix. So these are the beads that come in the Autumnal Glamour Czech glass bead mix. And then what I added to it, because we were talking, we said we wanted to add a little bit of blue. So the blue I found that I had on hand is kind of a bluish green, and it's this fire polish bead right here. And it's in the shopping bag if you want to see the color name for it. And it's just this really pretty, like marbly looking bluey green turquoisey bead. And that's 6 millimeters. And then I found this pack of seed beads as well. And I thought that matched this pretty spot on. And these are size 8. And those are Toho rounds. So that's what I ended up using just to give us that little pop of color. Now, if you want to go more of a true blue, I thought this blue would be really pretty, and I put that in the shopping bag as well, and a matching 6 millimeter fire polish. Oh, hello, Tina. Good morning, good afternoon. So you could, if you see this with the brown, this blue would be really pretty with it as well. So you could do that nice, a little bit more of a stronger blue versus a blue-green. So you do have options. Of course, you could do any color you like, or you could just keep it with the beads that come in the mix too. So I wanted to show you what I added. And then, so we're gonna start designing in just a minute here. And then I want to show you real quick, and we'll come back to it later. These bead strands are the gift with purchase. You get one, and it's going to be random, but they're so cool. So right now, if you spend over $50, you get a gift with purchase of a random Czech glass bead strand. And these are all in the shopping bag too, if you wanted to look at them, because they are available for sale too, but they're really cool. So Megan sent me a few to just kind of show the variety here. They're just so neat. I love this big one here with these kind of coppery, not coppery, but these like bronzy tones. So really fun. So I can show those again later if everyone wants after we start designing. And then I have a brand new Czech mix to show as well. But let's start designing today. So I don't have 2 of these clasps, so I actually have to cut my clasp off of this bracelet. I only ordered 1. But I want to recreate the bracelet with everyone and show everyone exactly how this clasp works. Oh, those, you're right, these do look like eggs. They totally look like spotted eggs. I never would have seen that until you mentioned it, but now that you mention it, they definitely look like eggs. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this off, and we are gonna be using thread and wire protectors here for this as well. I thought it just added a little nice finishing touch to it. So I'm just gonna snip my beading wire. I'm gonna kind of leave it in the same pattern so we can do this together. But here is the clasp by itself. They do. The clasps come in silver, and I do believe we have them in stock because I think I added it to the shopping bag. They're really neat. And then I can show you this clasp by itself here in a minute. I'm going to take this thread and wire protector off. Oh, thank you, Santa Barbara girl. Yeah, it's funny. This is not normally the type I design, and I love it though. I really like it. I feel like I would wear this set a lot. Okay, it's very elegant. Okay, so here's the clasp. When you get it, you'll see it comes with these 2 rings, and it's got the main lobster right here, and this is why I love it. So it doesn't matter which ring you attach to for each side. They fully move around the entire oval of it, which is neat. And basically you're just gonna pull 1 to each side and attach your stringing wire to them. But it's just a really cool clasp, very solid and very nice. And there's a beautiful plating on here too. It just looks very elegant, very nice. Okay, so that's the clasp. So we're going to go ahead and cut ourselves about 13 inches of beading wire. I know, Denise, isn't it cool? It is a really cool clasp. I don't know, does it, Michelle, Thaisa, does it come in any colors other than silver or gold? Because like a rose gold would be awesome. A gunmetal would be really cool. Maybe they can see if we've got any other colors. So I'm gonna do 13 inches. So that's basically 7 inches of beadwork and 3 inches on each side for finishing. I think that's a good number for me at least. I know some people can do it with a lot less. I just like to have a bit to work with. All right, so we've got our beading wire, and it's just the standard one I always use, the 0.015. It's only in silver and gold, says Michelle. Well, if we can ever find it in another finish, I would love to see it in another finish. I think rose gold would be stunning. It'd be so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna start with a crimp tube, just a regular 2 by 2 crimp tube. That clasp would look nice in the front of a necklace, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a type of clasp that could be a focal in addition to, you know, being the functional findings component to it. I think it could definitely be a focal. Okay, and then we've got our bead stopper. I'm gonna put it a few inches, like 3 inches from the end. Oh, you're right. Okay, Santa Barbara Girl saying the bottom bead on the earring gives you an impression of a tassel. Yeah, I could totally see that. These earrings are fun. I used every bead in the bead mix and then the added ones too. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with one of these nice, kind of like jet iris daisies. And we're just gonna let that slide on down, followed by one of the 6mm, and these are the ones where we added the little pop of color. So this bead does not come with the mix, but it is just a fire polish 6mm round. Then we are going to do the beautiful, beautiful triangular table cut, which is so cool. And then we're going to do another daisy, followed by another 6mm, followed by another table cut. And we're just letting these slide on down. And you can see how you could build out a necklace too. You could definitely just adapt this design to be a necklace, whether it's an asymmetrical necklace where you have it kind of heavier on one side, which is what we did with one of the other mixes that turned out pretty cool. Or you could go ahead and, you know, keep it with the bracelet. So I'm making sure, hello Giggles, Kathy. So I'm making sure that when I'm stringing on my triangles here, that they're all facing the same direction. You don't have to, of course. Remember, everything is always about personal style and personal taste. So I just think, for me, I liked having them all go in the same direction. Kind of felt neat and orderly. So I did a daisy and now another fire polish. And now I'm gonna string on 5 of this bead. That's that faceted rondelle, which is really kind of this pretty, almost like, if you're familiar with crystal golden shadow, it's almost like a slightly darker crystal golden shadow color. So 5 of those. Okay, so we're just building it out and you can see how it's starting to look. So this is a fun one that is actually pretty fast, pretty quick and easy to do. Okay, now I'm gonna bring in my seed beads. So again, these are the 8/0s, and they're just this pretty kind of slightly assorted colors in there. They're almost like a blue and a green. Oh, absolutely, Michelle, you can save this class. So it is archived, but I've also heard people say that they share it with themselves. So there's that little share icon, the little triangle arrow. It's like a little triangle arrow. And what you can do is if you share it to yourself, it should save that way. And then you should be able to reference it again. Okay, so let me see how much we have here, because I just put on what are like the wood or the egg beads, even though they are glass, with a little seed bead to yourself. Seed bead between them. Sorry, I'm reading the comments as I go. So let me see what length we have here right now. And the clasp is going to add a little bit more length than a normal clasp. So let's go ahead and measure this out, because this is why we love doing the lives, so that we can actually just take care of some of these like technical aspects right here so we know. So the clasp is going to add about 1.5 inches. That would be cute in my fairy jar. Yes, Ruth Alice. Oh my gosh, if you guys did the fairy jars from the fairy class and then you get this mix and you have any leftover beads, you should absolutely drop these into your fairy jar. That would be so cute. All right, so that clasp is adding 1.5 inches, and then we'll have even a little bit more with our thread and wire protectors. So this is just shy of 6 inches of beadwork, so I think that's pretty perfect because we're gonna end up at about 7.5 inches. If you wanted to make it a little smaller, you could take off a couple beads right here. You could take off that seed bead. So you can definitely adjust the size. You could maybe add or remove a couple of these if you wanted. So that clasp is something to definitely keep in mind that is going to be adding to your length. So you don't have to do as much beadwork, which actually means you could make multiples of these, which is pretty cool with the beads that you have. So gift ideas again. Okay, so now we're gonna put on another crimp tube and we're gonna do our thread and wire protector. So this is the little thread and wire protector. It basically is just what it says. It protects your thread or wire from wear and tear. It's also a really nice finishing touch. I use them sometimes I don't. I think when I wanna be a little like fancy and I'm really loving my design, I tend to use them. So you put one end through, there's a little channel, and then you're gonna just feed it through the other channel on the other side. And you can see it just is right there. So now that thread is making like a horseshoe design with it, horseshoe shape. And then what we'll do is we're gonna take our clasp and there's no right or wrong side. It looks great from all sides. You're just gonna take your clasp and then one of the already attached oval jump rings, we are just going to slide onto our wire and we're going to slide it so that the thread and wire protector is anchored onto it and it's what's rubbing against our wire right here. And then we're going to go ahead and feed the end of our beading wire back into our crimp tube. I already know I'm gonna wear this bracelet a lot. I really like it. I feel like it matches my house, which is kind of funny, but it matches my colors in my living room and kind of the style too. I have a lot of like furniture with like those, that hairpin design for the legs and a little bit of mid-century modern happening with my couch. So this feels like it would fit nicely. Okay, so you can also go ahead and give this a little squeeze if you want to kind of bring it together a little bit more. And then what we'll do is we'll take our just standard crimping pliers. So I don't think in these lives I ever use any crimps or beading wire that doesn't just ever require the standard plier. So just your everyday crimping plier. And we're gonna put that right on here. So see how we're just kind of got that crimp tube in the back and then we're separating out our strands and then we're gonna squeeze. And then if you can see, they went into the channels on each side. And then we're gonna flip that upright and we're gonna put that in the front notch. And then we're gonna fold it over so it becomes like a nice little tight sandwich. So you can see that the two ends just folded over onto each other, and that's what secures it for you. Some people like to just trim it right here. That's totally fine. I like to put it through one bead, just one. I've gone back and forth over the years. Sometimes I used to put it through a bunch. Now I like to just do one. Okay. And then we're gonna let gravity work, slide all our beads down. So you can see this right here. And I'm gonna keep this clasp attached so that I can go ahead and round my bracelet so it's got some nice flexibility to it as I'm crimping the last crimp bead. So now I'll just take off my stopper and we need another thread and wire protector right here. I feel like the thread and wire protector and then things like 4mm jump rings, there's just things that you should kind of always have on hand. The 2x2 crimps, there's just certain findings that are really nice just to always have on hand in your stash. So same exact thing. We're just gonna go over here, put it through that other ring on the other side and let the thread and wire protector go over the edge, and then pull it down and go through our crimp tube. And I actually cut a little too much beading wire, so I'm just going to cut this off right here just so it's a little bit easier to work with. Okay, so we're going to, come on. Okay, so this is what we've got. So you see how it's, again, anchored on there. There's the other side. So we just want to cinch it up a little bit just by tugging on it. And then what you can do is just kind of, what I tend to do is lay it down, make sure your bracelet's not stiff. You don't want it to be too stiff or any gaps. So you see right here, and we're going to now crimp this crimp bead. And so again, I'm separating it out. Crimp. Got those two channels again. And fold over. So now both sides are crimped. Oh, thank you, Denise. I love this bracelet. I really, really like this set. I don't know, it maybe is reminding me of something I've seen like in like a shop window somewhere. I don't know. I love this set. It just feels very elegant. Okay, come on. Let's just go through one bead here. There we go. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Okay, so now we've finished our bracelet. We're just going to trim our ends, and then we're going to make the matching earring. So just go right up as close as you can. Just trim your wire. And here is our really pretty bracelet. So, and then here's that clasp, and then if you want to open it, that's what it looks like. So you've got that one nice big ring. So also if you are having a little trouble fiddling with small clasps, this one's really nice because it's easier to work with as well. And then it could technically break apart from this side too. See, it works both sides. So that's really nice as well. So I am definitely going to be doing probably more projects with this clasp because I think it's just so neat. But there is our finished bracelet. And it's really, I love it. I really like this one. Casual or dressy, absolutely. Yeah, you could dress this one up or you can, you know, kind of tone it down a little bit. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Okay, it's fun. This is really fun. You know, when I sat down to make this project, I just put in my head, I'm just going to play. I'm just going to play. And that's kind of what I ended up doing. So here is the earring that we're going to make. So now we're going to make a matching earring. And again, we're just going to use all the beads from the set. We're going to introduce that flower bead that we did not use in the bracelet, but you could have. Oh, wonderful, Ruth Alice. Okay, you're going to have to post pictures to Serious Art Beaters so we can see what you make. All right, so we're going to do this. We are going to use that fire polish again and then just those little seed beads. So we're going to start with a ball head pin, and we're going to take one of these beautiful triangles. Oh, you can use this with lariats too. I would imagine that you could. That's an interesting idea. Definitely experiment with it, but I would imagine that you could. Trying to think exactly how lariats work, but I think so. Okay, so for this one, we just have that triangle with the fire polish on top, our good old wire looping pliers, and we're just going to do a simple wire loop. Again, this is why it felt like a departure for me because I always am doing like the 24 gauge, 26 gauge wrapped wire loops, and this was really fun to just do some simple loops. Okay. And we're just going to straighten that up. You can straighten it up now or go back and straighten it up later. But we just got a nice little simple loop. And now we're going to grab an eye pin. Oh yeah, you could definitely do it. Yeah, I think wrap bracelets would work great with this as well. Just, of course, make it longer, and then that would work really well with it. Well, also, if you are going to even do like multiple strand bracelets, this gives you a really big expanse to put a bunch of strands on. You could do a 3, 4, 5 strand bracelet with this one clasp. So that's something to also keep in mind, because it's not like you're working with a tiny little loop like a lot of clasps have. You do have a really big expanse. So maybe think of it in terms of that too. This gives you a lot to anchor to, which is pretty neat. Okay, and then we're gonna do a flower bead, and these were cool. I didn't have room in the bracelet to keep it the length I wanted, but these are really pretty beads. They're a really pretty little flower bead. So I'm glad I got to use them. Then we're gonna take one of these egg beads. I love it that they're eggs, because now that's what I see. And then a seed bead. Let me grab out some more seed beads. Okay, and then a seed bead. So here is our second link in our earring. Yes, and the clasp does come in silver as well. And I think we have to send a note to Megan saying, can she please look for it in other finishes too? Because I think it's going to be a new obsession of mine, at least. Okay, and so we've got that little loop. Trim it. And then we'll just tidy it up. See, before we tidy it up, sometimes the bead can kind of come up there and not stay where it needs to stay. But once you tidy it, which is basically like try to just close it and secure it, then your bead will stay put. And then we have one more little segment. So we're gonna do another seed bead. I love these little dark daisies. Hello, PJ from Florida. And then we're gonna do another pretty faceted rondelle. Oops, that's not a rondelle, that's a daisy or a flower. And now we're gonna do a faceted rondelle to give us some sparkle. Oh, good, yay, I just saw, okay, great. I'm glad that the wire looping pliers worked for you. Good. Yes, they make life so much easier, in my opinion. I know they're not for everybody, but I could not be without these guys. These are just so easy to work with. Okay, so we have our little link right here. And we're gonna do this. Hello, Twix. All right. And we're going to tidy up that little loop. And then we just need to connect everything together. So that's going to have basically 3 little segments. You can make it longer or shorter, so you can easily adapt this. If you're a fan of really long earrings, you can add another link on here. If you like it a little shorter, you can take one of these links away. Lots of options with these pretty beads. I need to open that up, I think, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to link it on and close it. So this could be a really pretty earring like this. So let me show you what this would look like. So you could just keep your earring just like this. And then, you know, that way it's a little bit shorter, a little bit maybe easier to wear versus a really long one. But because I do like long earrings, I'm just going to open up this and put on the last link. And here we go. So that is our long dangly earring to match our bracelet. And we've got just a little earring hook here. I think I put maybe some other options of earring hooks. Definitely just pick your favorite. All right, so here is our matched earring set to go with our bracelet. So there's the bracelet and the earrings, and they match really well. So they were really fun to do. So I love this project. This was a fun project. So, all right, so that is our project for today. I do want to show you the next item we are going to play with, and I want your opinion, and I'm going to open it up because I have an idea for it. Oh, thank you, Connie, and thank you, PJ. Yeah, the brown is great. Well, and look, so I've made the bracelet and the earrings, and I still have a ton of these like really gorgeous gorgeous beads left over. So there's a lot of beads left over even after you finish your set. So you'll be able to do a lot. Oh, thank you, Jean. Okay, I like this one a lot. This one was fun. This is really, truly one of my new favorites. Okay, I'm gonna kind of clear a little room. And then I wanna show everyone the next bead set that Megan put together that we'll design with next, but I'm thinking I wanna show you guys. This is the next one, and I got a notion, but let me open it up first because I haven't opened it up yet. Ooh, with white or cream, that would be beautiful. Andy, yes, definitely. There are other options for the earring hooks, lots and lots of them. Maybe Michelle and Thaisa could put a couple in the shopping bag. Okay, so this is the next, oh, kitty, we have a kitty. We have a kitty playing with beads. Let me show you guys real quick. She's been off camera here for about 5 minutes, just waiting to kind of come in. Oh, done. Yes. Okay. So, yes, we do need a necklace. Oh, kitty, kitty. You're going to make me put those away. Okay. So this is the next mix that Megan came up with. And of course, oh, thank you, Santa Barbara girl. She is such a good girl. Such a good girl. These hearts are amazing. These are so cool. So the hearts are really, really beautiful. And you get a bunch of them in here. I'm not sure how many. Let's see. I'm going to guess 12. Yes, 12 hearts. And they are just gorgeous. So beautiful hearts. There's also this beautiful strand of kind of nice teal blue. So I like that as well. Girly. Okay. Then there's these leaves, these blue leaves. Hey, 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 hey. And then there's these. I think these are called dime beads. Oh, you've been hoarding those with pink in them. Yeah, I've never seen these hearts before. They're really cool. They are neat. So they come in this mix that Megan put together. And then you get these beads. I think these are called like dime beads, and they got AB on one side and crystal on the other. And then there's this whole baggie. I know, she's so playful. I guess that's what kittens do. And you get this whole baggie of these cool daisies. So right now she's standing on my laptop, probably erasing something because she's been really good at deleting files. So I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this. So I have an idea. I want to do for our Saturday morning cartoons. I'm actually just going to shut my laptop down real quick because she's going for it. I want to do snowflakes. So for Saturday morning, when we do our Saturday morning cartoons, I want to do snowflakes. And they're really, really fun to do. I usually use like Czech fire polish, crystal beads, things like that. They come in different sizes. They're really fun, especially at the holidays if you like to do a handmade ornament each year. They're a great option. So that's what I want to do for Saturday. But I wanted to see, will these fit? Because these, if you think of these in terms of like icy colors, this could make a really cool, very different snowflake as well. So I wanted to see if these beads will fit onto the beading wire. The leaf does. So I think we should do like a traditional snowflake. And then why don't we do a really cool icy blue snowflake as well with this bead mix? Because I think these would be really cool for a snowflake as well. I want to just test these out. I'm just in testing mode right here. And we can add some, points to the center. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, these could be really, really cool for a snowflake. And I think all the beads in this mix are going to fit on the snowflake form. So maybe what we'll do is we'll add some Czech fire polish crystal to give it a little bit more sparkle. And then these ones should definitely fit too. So we will do that. Okay, yay. Okay, so we're going to use this mix on Saturday along with a lot of other beads. And we are going to make snowflakes on Saturday morning for our cartoons. That will be really, really fun. Okay, yay. I was hoping those would work, because I think they'll be really, really fun and beautiful looking. So we'll do that. And then, oh my gosh, girly, you can see what she just did to the paper airplane of the kids'. She thought that was fun. Um, okay, so again, real quick before we sign off, I want to just show you these beautiful strands that are our gift with purchase. When you purchase $50 or more, you'll get one random strand. They are available for sale individually as well. Oh, do the clear disc beads come in black? That's a great question, Kelly. Would Thaisa or Michelle mind checking that? They might. I think they're a pretty standard bead shape. Yes, they come in black diamond. Oh, good. So here are these strands, which are so cool. And you would get one random one with the order over $50. So it's a cool gift with purchase. We're also having that pre-Black Friday sale of up to 50% off all of our findings. So a good time for that. Oh, girl, do not eat tweezers. No. All right, so lots of fun things right here. And I definitely have a monkey. You guys can see this. Look what she is doing. She is sitting on my beading mat, eating my cords. And she's gonna come over for the beads again. Oh my gosh. Oh, the snowflake form? Yeah, that looks like a fun toy. All right, everyone, I'm gonna flip the camera up. Oh, where are the blue beads I used in the bracelet? So they should be there in the shopping bag. They are a 6mm fire polish, and they should be there. Hopefully Thaisa or Michelle can put them into the banner for the pop-up. And then I also used these Ados as well. All right, I am going to flip the camera up again real quick. But again, this clasp is so cool. Here was the bracelet we made. There's the kitty cat. And I'm going to flip the camera so we can say goodbye for today. All right. All right, my helper. I definitely have to clean up all my beads immediately. So before adopting her, I felt like I could leave them on the table for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it was. And now I have to clean them up immediately because she goes for them. But she is great. So thank you again for joining me. This was fun. I hope you liked the project. These are those earrings, so you can see they're kind of about the length of the earring we did here for the copper earrings. So they're about that same length. So fun, long, dangly. And then we have the bracelet as well. And then we'll be here on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time for Saturday morning cartoons. And we'll be doing snowflakes. So that will be really fun. So we'll do the blue mix, but we'll also do like more of a traditional crystal snowflake as well. So that will be nice. I love that. That'll be fun to plan for. Thank you guys for joining me. Just that quick reminder, if you have anything in your shopping bag, to remember to check out, especially if you qualify for that gift with purchase, which is always great, or have something that's on sale with our pre-Black Friday sale. It's a good time to take advantage of that. Yeah, no more leaving things out. She's definitely making me a better housekeeper because she also will find everything on the floor. And with 2 young kids, there's always a lot of things on the floor. So I have to definitely pick up all the time. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Cindy from Kansas. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the afternoon. Becky is on tomorrow with a really, really cool ornament. So I'm going to be tuning in for that and watching her as well. It's so fun now that we're getting into the holidays. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.